Friday night sports show, the Southern Mallee Giants report. Welcome back to Coleman Schache, who's with me after a week off last week. Hey, Coleman, how are you?
Going well, thanks, Flowman. Good to join you after a bit of a freshen up.
It really was a bit of a freshen up, although I understand it that you won't be freshened up enough to come out and play this weekend, Coleman, and another couple of weeks still on the sidelines, which is not good news for the Southern Mallee Giants.
Yeah, still myself and Lou pretty much with our knees on the track, to return nearly the same game. So we're back running though, and not too far away.
All right, now we haven't spoken about the game against Neil. You lost it 6-10-46 to 7-6-48. Daisy Thomas was there. It was a great game. It was great for their club, but it's a huge loss for you blokes. Now tell me what happened out there on the field and the demise of those points at the end, which should have been goals.
Yeah, so it was a fantastic day run by Neil. There was a big crowd there, so it was a great atmosphere, and the Carlton Draft fellas put on a ripping day. And credit to Neil, they would have had a great night with the sports function, especially getting their win for the first time in a fair while. So, but yeah, on our end, very disappointing. We definitely thought we should have won and ran over them in that last quarter. We had the ball in our 50 for the whole last quarter, and I think we might have kicked five or 6 points and couldn't quite, a couple of posters. It was, flip of the coin there in the end. But, credit to the Neil boys.
Credit to them. Big Dinham booted 3. Sangster and the 2 Webster boys booted singles, but both the Webster boys had injuries out of that game, and so it's a bittersweet loss from that point of view. More injuries for your club, and it precariously launched you into 5th place, and then the week after, with the other football that's been played, it's put you into what I believe is the place where I mentioned earlier that the Southern Mallee Giants, I think, will miss the 5 this year. And that's a big call early, isn't it? That's a big call, but where we're sitting at the moment and how we're playing, I can't argue with that. But, the good thing about footy is, we've lost 5 in a row now, and it's all, had a bit of bad luck with the injuries and a bit going on. And the good thing about footy is, it can turn around very quickly. So, if we can, win a couple of games and get a bit of momentum back, it's surprising how the mood can change and how the confidence can grow. So that's what we're looking forward to at the moment, trying to get that win, that little first win back on the board, get the momentum going our way, and we know we're capable of beating anyone when we play our best. We're still confident in that. So we're positive. We know where we're at, and that's where we deserve to be at the moment, but we're positive we can turn things around. Now, the 2s lost to Nil by quite a bit. In fact, probably a disappointing result, 15-18 to 1-1. What came out of it is the development of some of the younger kids who are having to play more time, and certainly the young Tristan Blair played a very good game. Good to see Billy Allen kicking the only goal. So is that what you take out of that at the moment, given that probably finals is going to elude the Southern Mallee Giants? Yeah,
they are developing well. They're sticking out. They're not missing training session, those boys, and Billy did kick a good goal, and Mallen's improving. Tristan, he's improving every week. So I suppose, with sort of 8, 10 senior fellas out, that's obviously 8 to 10 reserves players, the best ones that are coming up at the moment, and that just takes a few senior bodies away for those younger ones to learn off and a bit of direction, which does put a bit of extra pressure on them. So it's a bit of a tough gig for them at the moment, coming up against some really good senior players in the reserves in opposition teams. So, hopefully get a few more boys back in coming weeks to help out those younger fellas.
Now, the 14s took on a Neil side that was cherry ripe to make sure that they kept their finals hopes alive. In so doing, they've really dented the Southern Mallee Giants. In the end, it was a big win for them, 13-13 to 5-8. A tough day for your boys.
It was. We obviously went into it not knowing how we were going to go, but definitely a chance the way they've been playing. But obviously coming off the win against Stool, the boys, they were up and about, but it was a bit of a different story against the Neil boys, who were too big, too strong in the midfield, and we couldn't quite get it up our end.
Well, I tell you what, they had a bloke running around for them called Derbyshire, and very hard to say his name, but I'll tell you what, we're going to hear more of his name. Good player. What's this young Leith Horman? Best player for you. Good effort from him.
Yeah, Leith, he's been proven out of sight. So he's one of the smaller fellas. He'd have plenty of years left too in the under-14s, but he's got a good hands on him. He's pretty clean. Good mark, and just getting better and better each week, which is good to see. And credit to Lewin and Dale for what they're doing in their coaching them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you're out on the spray boom. Are you anywhere near Brownie's place at the moment with the spray boom?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by Brownie, so always near his place. Looking at his beautiful canola crop flourishing at the moment.
Flourishing beautifully. Oh, good stuff. It's going to be a very interesting week. Deck Brown, Brownie's son, I noticed that he's up for senior football. I noticed there's a couple of positions that are missing on the field for you blokes. So with all the injury and some COVID in the camp, is it that you blokes are going to be playing with 16 players on field in the senior matches this weekend?
We are, yeah. So we'll have, in both grades, we'll have 16 on the field and 2 on the bench. So it's a bit of a different feel, like not definitely not where you want to be, but just due to our injuries at the moment, and COVID has struck down a few of the boys in the seniors. That's just where we're at. But credit to the boys. With got a few players in the reserves that don't normally play each week and managed to get a team together. So they've done a really good job there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's have a look at it. It's at Hopetoun. It's an absolute must-win. If you don't win this match, then the Flowman's put it on the line pretty early that he says that you won't be making the finals. And this is the game you've got to win at home. You've got to show the rest of the competition, the Southern Mallee Giants, even with their backs to the wall, with the depth of the club, that you can win a game with your back to the wall.
Yeah, exactly right. No, we've left ourselves with not too much room for error at the moment. So a game against the Saints, that's a must-win for us, obviously, at home, and which we're lucky to be playing at home. We like to play, a bit of a home ground advantage up at Hopetoun, make them travel a bit extra distance. But we're confident. We've still got good players on each line, and we get Bubba back at full forward this week. Also Sam Waddell. He comes back and he'll provide plenty of run in the midfield. So we're positive about our chances, and hopefully the boys can get the job done.
Yeah, now in terms of the kids that will be coming through to play, looks like Jonty Bellinger and Declan Brown will play in the senior side. Yeah,
they're named there at this stage. As we're recording this, there's still a bit to play out with a few of the fellas, whether they'll be available or not. So I think that it won't be set in stone. There might be a bit of changes tonight or first thing in the morning. But, fingers crossed there's no more outs, and that's how we shape up tomorrow. Yeah,
I see the two Bromley Lynch boys not named in the side, but a good forward line still. And goal kicking with Riley Lehman, he will certainly look to kick a goal, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to go with the Southern Mallee Giants actually to win. I reckon that you can turn this around, but I still think even with this win, it's going to be tough ass because Dimboola have come running and come crunching, and I know that you play them next week, so that will be a thrilling encounter, no doubt about it. Having a look at the reserve grade, this is going to be interesting because there are a lot of players out, as you mentioned, and players coming up. Have you had some blokes who've come out on the training track and pulled the boots on? And I'm just wondering, is Brownie, I know you're out there looking at his canola crop now, but he's nowhere to be seen. He's doing some running, isn't he, to get a gig in the twos?
No, I haven't seen Brownie. Didn't see him at training last night. He must have got the hint they were a bit short. There might have been a few of the older fellas that just kept away, knowing they might have got the call up. I'm not too sure.
So who's called up into the side? Who will you be playing here that lads that may not have played previously?
So we've had Sputter Cook, obviously him and Nuts Williams haven't played. They haven't been playing for a while. They've been pulling on the boots again. But we've got Jacob and Nicholas Home. They played for us they've played for us for the last sort of 5, even more years, but they've just moved away over to Bendigo. They've got no footy over there, so they're coming back to help us out. And Bailey Frankel, he sort of fills in when he can. So there's a few of those fellas that they're putting their hand up, which, it's very appreciative of the club.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the two homeboys, the supermarket fame there in Hopeton, so a really good family there. And what about this side, though? Can they win? Well, the Saints are going to come out probably favourites there. In the 14s, now this is quite interesting because I've noticed a young fellow in the forward pocket providing the pressure as the ball goes out of your defensive unit, a lad called Axel Decker. Now, I can just see this little fellow decking the opponents in hard tackling, young Axel Decker.
Yeah, Axel, he's a pretty small man, Axel, but he doesn't lack heart and courage, that's for sure. He flies in and he has a fair income crack, so him and Crisey Smith up the forward line, they're improving heaps as well, and they're good pressure players for us. So hopefully we can get the ball out of the middle and get the ball up to those boys and let them do their work. Yeah,
good stuff. It's going to be a tough ask for the 14s this weekend.
It will be. Saints obviously normally have a high amount of top age sort of players, so definitely a tough ask for the boys. But they've been playing well against those type of teams. They're just hanging in for longer periods of the game than they have in previous years. So it'll be a good test for them. But hopefully they're competitive and can hold on for a fair distance in the game.
All right, now afterwards the club is heading to the Hopeton Community Hotel. Is that right?
Yeah, we are. So it'd be great to see all the supporters and players get there and support the pub who have supported us over many years. So it should be always a good night up the Hopeton pub. Oh,
it should be a good night. It's going to be a big night. It's an important one for the Southern Mallee Giants who desperately need a win. Coleman Schache's had to stop the sprayer on Brownie's side there. He's probably got the nozzle still going over Brownie's side of the fence, but we'll let you go and finish your spraying job and look forward to seeing Brownie out on the field.
Yes, it mightn't be too far away. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Flowman.
Yeah, good stuff. Coleman Schache on the Southern Mallee Giants reports.